Hello, it's me, French Ted, and I'm a little bit bunged up. Just gonna preface that, so if I sound a little bit different or whatever, it's because I'm a little bit bunged up, but I feel good in myself. You know, my voice, I think, is still fine. But yeah, we're here. We're living, we're loving. I don't think there's much to say at the beginning of this one, because we kind of simmed up to Friday, I believe. Let's just look at the mail just to make sure. Zilla, yeah, so Miro signed with NXT. We changed him to, where is he? He's not Miro anymore, he's Rusev. Yeah, he is now called Rusev. Yeah, he's here now. Obviously hasn't had a match yet. We won't actually see any matches until after the next episode because these are obviously on Tuesdays. But yeah, Sol Ruka, hello. He's got good pop, 40. What's that in comparison to our roster? So let's just quickly go through. Oh, wow, he's Tozawa level. That's not good. Actually, he's below Tozawa in popularity. Oh, shit. Wow. Whoa, Ali is not popular at all. Wow. So he's... I want to try and find someone that he's like on par with. Okay, well there we go. He's 1 point below, I'm assuming, the Creed brothers. Interesting. What's the rest of our developmental like? Hold on, let's do it this way, because I think this is the best. Actually no, this is the best way. Filter, worker type. No, let's go works for NXT, apply, and then we'll sort by not marketability. We'll go North America popularity. So Bo is the 71. I might have to just bring Bo back. I mean, screw Uncle Howdy. He's got more popularity than Shawn Michaels. What the fuck is that about? Okay. Alright, that's Dexter Lumis, 56. Nikki Cross, 54. Oh, they really just like gave NXT people low pop. That's not very fair. I think I might have to make some changes here. But yeah, Obafemi's the highest. That makes sense. He's the champion. And then Trick, Julia, 44. Miro's then the next highest. Oh my god. This is not good. Gabe Kidd has got weird fluctuating popularity. Cora Jade, Ricky Starks, aka Ricky Saints. Shotzi is up there. Oh. Does that mean they're going to give Shotzi a title? I don't want that. I think I'm going to have to amend some of this pop, because some of these guys are a lot more popular than these numbers. I mean, obviously when we get down to like here, these guys, I understand, float around the 30s. That's absolutely fine. They're not like top. I mean, Nathan Fraser should be a little bit higher. Axiom should be a little bit higher, I think. But definitely like Ethan Page, I think, should be mid-40s at least. Ricky Saints, I'd say mid-40s. Cora Jade, I think, should be like early 50s. Gabe is fine. I'll build Gabe up. Stephanie Vecchia should definitely be like 50, 51. If we're considering the Creed brothers, let's just use them as an example. They're like in the early 40s for popularity. I think all of these guys, if they jumped onto the main roster, would be so much higher in popularity. But the fact that Bo is 71, we need to do something about that. Okay, maybe post Royal Rumble, we'll bring up one or two people. Yeah, because one of the things that I noticed is on our actual roster, I don't think we've got many jobbers. Let's just do, like, if we go down to here, I mean, you've got the lower card. I mean, Gallus is someone I want to play around with, build up a little bit. Obviously, Eric and Ivar are our tag team champions. I've got a good plan for Kalani. I also don't just want Roxanne or Candice LeRae losing week in, week out. Don't really care about Angel and Berto for now. Carlito, yeah, he's probably a jobber. Tozawa's a bit of a jobber, but he's a fun character. But apart from that, you get here, I don't really want any of these people like jobbing out, you know, week in, week out. Otis maybe. But like everyone else here, I kind of want them to have a fair go at winning, losing. So I think I have to just find a real balance. The same with the SmackDown roster, which I think is even harder. Like the Creed brothers, yeah, fine, they can lose now and then, but I don't want them to lose week in, week out, because I think they are quite legit. LWO kind of can. I think Ray and Dragon Lee are the ones we need to keep an eye on. I kind of had plans for Ali, but because her pop is so low, I don't know, I might have to use her in a lot of angles before we throw her in to anything. But yeah, I mean, like even Natalya, like if you asked me like 6 months ago, I'd be like, yeah, Natalya's losing every single week, but I kind of want to use her. I want to give her a story. I want to push her. You know, Queen of the Ring's coming up. Who knows? Like one last hurrah before, you know, she gets fired. Joe Gacy. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with Joe Gacy, but I want to do something. What's his pop saying? Oh, you can't view it here. But yeah, I've got too many plans and I like too many people that I don't just want to ruin them. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's just quickly check Joe Gacy, because it seems like everyone who was in the white 6 got a bit of a jump in pop. Okay, 50. What was Rowan? Because we had Rowan lose last week. 58. Well, to be fair, I don't think I'm ever going to have Rowan go over or win. So I might... He's definitely going to be someone that can help build people up. Well, yeah, that was an okay match with Drew. But yeah, okay. I'm going to stop talking now. I feel like... See, this is the problem. I could just sit here and talk about a lot of this stuff for ages. You know, what we could do, what we can't do, what I want to do. But that's not fun. Especially when it's me talking at you. It's not like an interactive thing. But yeah, let's dive straight into WWE SmackDown. So we've got SmackDown today. And then in the next episode, again, as usual, main event and Raw. As we continue to build towards the Royal Rumble. Alright, let's get straight into it. I will see you guys in a sec. Okay, here we are. We are opening SmackDown with Seth freaking Rollins. Although, don't get used to me referring to him as Seth freaking Rollins, because I don't like that. It's Seth, alright? It's Seth Rollins. He opens the show, makes a grand entrance, you know, as he always does. You know, oh, you know, all that stuff. Burn it down, you know. If you want me to sing all the entrance themes at pay-per-views, just let me know. I'll do it. I 100% will do it. But yeah, Seth comes out and opens the show. He talks about his win last week, you know, how it felt good to nail Logan Paul with the pedigree, and obviously the crowd are into that. He then goes on to talk about the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, talking up his own chances, you know, saying, you know, I'm resilient, I've been through hell in WWE. The Royal Rumble is something that, you know, is just in my future, and main eventing WrestleMania, again, it's in my blood. It's something that I was born to do in this company, and yeah, it's gonna happen. He's then interrupted by LA Knight, who comes waltzing down, and claims that 2025 is not Seth's year. 2025 is the year of LA Knight. Yeah! And he'll be walking out of the Rumble with a tough choice to make, and that choice will be whether it's Cody or Gunther at WrestleMania. But first, LA Knight doesn't want to get ahead of himself too much. He's got his match later on tonight against Solo Sikoa. He then obviously, you know, chats a bit of shit. Seth Rollins kind of lets LA Knight have his moment here, wishes him luck for tonight, and of course for the Rumble, as the two men kind of stare each other down as we cut to an advert break to allow them to piss off backstage. But yeah, really good segment here. You know, obviously LA Knight on the mic is gold, especially when you're referencing these two hotheads, you know, biggest babyface in the company and probably most disliked guy in the company. And then Seth Rollins as a star, you know, you can't doubt that. So yeah, 98, 92, 100. Woo woo, pretty good. Everyone gaining pop here. You know, Logan doesn't even have to turn up and he gains pop. So that's really good to see. I think angles are the way to kind of boost people up. Because obviously winning and losing is fine. I mean, we'll see it in this. I'll show it to you for anyone who's not too familiar with PWS. I think I'm slowly cracking the code on how to get people over. But yeah, let's move on to our first match, which is Shinsuke Nakamura. He's returned to SmackDown as the hype video suggested last week, and he is in non-title action against Tyler Bate. And it's a fairly decent match. I will take that. Shinsuke Nakamura gets the win. He didn't win in the cleanest way, though. You know, a little bit of cheating, a little bit of tight pulling and all of that. But Tyler Bate did well here. Put in huge effort, as you can see. Everyone learned, apparently, in this segment. Shinsuke got a good reaction, as you'd expect, riding a wave of momentum. So I will keep that in mind. The star power of Shinsuke added to the match. You know, I like Shinsuke. Initially, before I started this series, I was thinking, oh, Shinsuke's got the US belt. I'm going to have him drop that as soon as. And then just wait his contract out. Because I just can't... I can't think of what to do with Shinsuke. But last night, I just had this, like whoosh of, like, yeah... So now I'm going to push Shinsuke. We'll see how it turns out. But 3.5 star match here, 68 crowd reactions, 73 overall. I'll take it. But this is what I wanted to quickly show you guys. So Shinsuke got a win. Of course, I imagine the bigger the score in the win, the more the popularity changes. But he went up by 0.2, whereas Seth talked for 10-15 minutes and went up by a whole half point. So let's abuse those angles. I think Shinsuke went up by like a point. Like an entire point just from that hype video last week. So, yeah, I think angles are the way to go if you want to boost someone. But, yeah, Shinsuke defeats Tyler Bate. Nothing to note, just the US champ is here. And he starts off our series with a win. We head backstage now where DIY, our tag team champions on Smackdown, cross paths with Motor City Machine Gun. So, a team who are keen to maybe get those titles back. They cross paths, so Gargano and Ciampa, they brush past MCMG backstage where they mockingly congratulate them on their win last week. You know, oh, a really good win. You know, you guys, you're climbing up the ranks, haha. Shelley and Saban, you know, claim that last week's win is only one step towards them taking those straps off of DIY. And tonight, MCMG have another match and they'll secure another win to edge even closer to taking their belts. There's like a brief kind of stare down look. Gargano and Ciampa are like, nah, whatever. And they walk off as Saban and Shelley, you know, continue stretching and whatever it is they do to prepare for a match. But yeah, see, working with everyone helps. They all went up by 0.3, 0.2. 80 rated segment. Pretty good, to be fair. There's no change for Saban and Shelley, though. Interesting. Oh, their lack of momentum means the fans can get behind them. Wow. Okay, so they've got low momentum. So they didn't increase in pop. Okay, I'm still learning. Even though I've played this game quite a bit, I feel like now that I'm recording, and obviously I've got plans to push people, I'm paying a bit more attention on what everything does and means. But yeah, let's move on to what would be our next match. But Carmelo has, or Mello, as we will refer to him as, because it's just easier to say, he's got something to say. The camera crew have caught up with Mello, who's hyping himself up backstage. You know, he's chatting shit. And after his win last week, his huge win against Apollo Crews, he claims that the entire locker room is sleeping on him. Everyone's saying Royal Rumble this, WrestleMania that. No one's talking about Mello. And you know what? If given the chance, I reckon that I could slap Cody around in the ring. So Mello talking big to no one, let's just say. The camera crew have just caught up with him, saying that if he had the chance to face Cody one-on-one, Mello would do some business. I mean, you're going to have to back that up in the ring, my dude. But those are some big words for someone who maybe, you know, shouldn't be talking like that. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes hyping himself up. Why not? If you're not your biggest fan, then how can you even have fans? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, 0.4 increase for Mello. I'm only going to really look at North America. The rest of these don't matter unless we go there. But, I'll have to check locations on our events because I didn't look. I think most of them are US, but we might do one or two abroad as well. But at 93, really strong. I mean, again, you talk about Cody, you get that jump, I guess. But now we head to the ring for our next match, and it is Bianca Belair again. But this time she's taking on Piper Niven, with, of course, the US champion Chelsea Green ringside. Bianca Belair getting a better reaction than you'd expect because she's high on momentum. Raising the quality of the match as well and putting in a huge effort. Piper Niven did really well because of her gimmick, but she was struggling by for breath, sorry, by the end of the match. 14-minute match, maybe went on a little bit too long for Piper, but a really good win for Bianca. We booked it so that Bianca looked great, so that's why there's such a big loss for Piper Niven. And Chelsea Green also got involved in the match, but she didn't have any effect, which is good. Managers don't get... Actually, that's not good that managers don't get popularity changes. That's annoying. But 70 reaction overall. The crowd seemed to like it. 2.5 star match quality. Oh, 70, 70, 70. 70 across the board. Really good result. Bianca Belair gets a nice win. And post-match, Bianca Belair is celebrating her second win of the year. Back-to-back wins when Tiffy emerges from the back and attacks Bianca, who she clearly sees as a threat. Bianca, though, is able to use her strength to overcome Tiffy, setting her up for a KOD as Tiffy just wriggles away, leaving her title behind in the ring. Bianca then slowly picks the belt up, holds it, has a little look at it, and then throws it towards Tiffy, who is on the outside, absolutely livid that someone touched her title. So yeah, there's tensions heating up between Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton, and you can see the beat by beat steps here. So Bianca attacks Tiffy, Bianca and Tiffy engage in a brawl, and then there's a stare down to end that. So an 87 here, really good segment. Tiffy clearly seeing Bianca as a threat. You know, Bianca's got back-to-back wins. She's riding that wave of momentum, and of course she wants to shut down anyone that thinks they can step up to Tiffany Stratton, our WWE Women's Champion. Good boost in pop from both of these ladies. Let's move on. And we saw Motor City Machine Guns earlier in the night. We've now got them here against the Creed brothers, with Chad Gable, of course, at ringside. And in an okay match, it is Motor City Machine Gun that get the win. 58 crowd reaction, 3.5 star match quality. So, you know, it's there. The wrestling skill is there. The crowd just weren't into it as much as they could have been. 68 overall. We've got a lot of bonuses here. Could have been better with a bit more time. Okay, this was only a 11-minute match. Maybe we'll give Motor City Machine Gun a little bit more time in their matches to kind of get over that funk that apparently they have. So no popularity change again because of their lack of momentum. Wow. Okay, well we need to really focus on stringing some wins, putting them in some good angles, seeing if we can turn that momentum around. But the Creed brothers dropping slightly in popularity. But yeah, we got some really, really good notes here. Everyone's great in tag team situations. They've all got good gimmicks. The Creed brothers have momentum, so maybe we should be listening to that rather than trying to push people that don't have any. And then, of course, excellent chemistry all round. Yeah, decent win. While the guys clear the ring, a hype video is played around Alexa Bliss. We went over the top of this. We threw the budget at this. An overproduced hype video is played of Alexa Bliss where she claims that the Royal Rumble is hers, and at WrestleMania she'll have the whole world in her hands. So Alexa Bliss is definitely still kind of riding that Bray Wyatt-esque wave. You know, she's trying to be kind of the doll that's come to life kind of thing. I don't know, a little bit sinister, but also cute as fuck because it's Alexa Bliss. And yeah, really excited to see what Alexa does. She claims the Royal Rumble this year is hers. Do you think she can back it up? Let me know in the comments. Of course, we'll start building out the Royal Rumble card in the coming weeks. Of course, the men's and women's Rumble is going to take up a lot of that time, so there'll probably only be maybe 3-4 other matches. We'll keep it thin. The Chamber, though, I think so far... Actually, let's not talk about that because we're in Smackdown. Sorry. 100% from Alexa Bliss. Nice popularity boost here. Or maybe Shinsuke didn't get a whole 1 point from his 100%. But yeah, 0.4. That's decent. I will take that. We're back in the ring with some more tag team action, and it is the Street Profits as they take on two members of the LWO. 56 from the crowd. They didn't really seem to care. 74 match quality, which is decent. So, you know, we've got the performance, it's just the pop we need to work on, and a 64 overall. Yeah, decent match here where the Street Profits come out with the win. We've got loads of green here, you know. So Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde have momentum at the moment. That's good. They've all got great chemistry. Michael Hayes did some heavy lifting to help put the match story together, so well done, Michael Hayes. This was a 14-minute match. Dawkins and Ford jumping pop. Ford jumps up a little bit high because he is the one that gets the win. And then Del Toro and Wilde drop a little bit. No change for Rey Mysterio. Okay, cool. So maybe having managers ringside, or maybe is it because they didn't get involved? Did Chelsea get involved in the match? I can't remember what I booked. Well, we've got people getting involved in a match later on tonight, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, decent win here for the Street Profits. You have to think that after the last 2 episodes of SmackDown, the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns have to be up there for challenging DIY for the tag team titles. Of course, we'll have to wait and see, but surely that's where it's heading. Following on from this, though, Chelsea Green is backstage chastising Piper Niven, saying, why did you even accept that match? Why? Just because Nick says you have a match doesn't mean you have to go and do it. Of course, Nick Aldis. She says, going forward, you need to focus on protecting me and the United States Championship instead of having your own one-on-one matches. Okay? And Piper's like, oh, just give me a break, man. I've just been beaten up. Just hold on. Whoa. So Chelsea, of course, thinking about number one, which is Chelsea. I mean, she's a lot of our number ones, let's be honest. Yeah, good segment here. In all honesty, I think Piper probably brought the number down, let's be honest. Although I love Piper, I think she's a fantastic character, and whatever she's given, she nails. She really does. And Chelsea is a star, we know she is, and they're talking about Bianca, so Bianca doesn't really affect here. Although she did the star power and good looks, she's not even in the picture. She's just, they're like, oh, Bianca's pretty, isn't she? Yeah, we like this segment more. But yeah, so Chelsea and Piper jump up. Apparently Bianca drops. Oh, that's because the final score was maybe lower than her pop. We'll have to look at that. We'll look at that afterwards. So remember, 71, Bianca Belair. But this does now ready us for our main event tonight, LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Let's dive straight into it. And in a pretty good match, nowhere near as good as last week's. The crowd loved it. I mean, the match quality suffered a 63, but the crowd absolutely ate this up. LA Knight gets the win. It's important to note, though, LA Knight wins with a roll-up. Because, the odds were definitely against him here. We had Tangaloa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu all, getting involved from the outside, clipping the heels of LA Knight. Every time he was thrown to the outside, Solo would distract the referee, and, Tama would clothesline LA Knight. Tangaloa would do his really pathetic chops. But yeah, so the star quality of LA Knight brought this up. He's got great selling, which he needed here to kind of make Solo still look quite dominant. Solo's got a wave of momentum, really good. And Tyson Kidd, our best road agent, or producer, if you want to call him that, knocking it out of the park. LA Knight's popularity takes a slight increase. Solo's a slight drop, sorry. And yeah, that is how we end the show. But of course, it's the Bloodline. So there are post-match antics. And it is post-match after LA Knight rolls up Solo for a cheeky little win. The remaining members of the Bloodline immediately swarm the ring and start attacking LA Knight. But as they pick him up for Solo to hit him with a huge Samoan spike, Seth Rollins' music hits. I kind of like how they've laid this out, so I can just be like, bam! Seth Rollins' music hits, and he runs down to make the save, ending the show with him and LA Knight looking on to a retreating Bloodline. And, I've got a little bit of Teddy Long in me. I am the French Ted after all. The French Teddy Long. That we might have to have a tag team match in the future between these guys. But everyone jumping in pop except Seth Rollins. And that might be because the final score of this segment wasn't above his popularity. But we will take a look at that nonetheless. So, from this segment alone, Solo's recovered his pop drop and actually gained 0.1 over the night. So, yeah, angles are the way to go. So let's end the show and see how we did. I don't think we're going to do as well as last time. A 78. That's fair enough. Again, you can see no popularity change because I think our popularity in America is around the high 70s. But everywhere else is gaining, which is good to see. We kind of want to just... the ratings in this series aren't as important as they were in my local to global or within the ECW, because ECW I kind of wanted to grow to get bigger, because when you get bigger you get more money, all of that. Or even in AEW. The only reason why the numbers mattered in AEW is because we were so close to overtaking WWE, and that kind of was a low-key goal for me. And we did it. Spoiler: we made AEW the biggest company in the world. So yeah, we're already the biggest as WWE. So as long as we maintain that, I'm not fussed. But those AEW shows that we've seen recently have been kind of crazy. And we'll see one of them in a sec. But let's end the show now. Yeah, feel free to pause and take a look. I'll just show you this half, and then I'll show you this half if you wanted to read anything. There are some typos. Leave me alone. There's no autocorrect within the game, and I type it all within the game. I kind of don't. I should start copy and pasting, because a lot of this stuff I've got written elsewhere. But let's see any news here. Steph Delander have won and Bad Dude Tito won the tag team titles. Ring of Honor are renewing Arya Daivari. You remember Daivari? Cool. Not much else to see there. Let's go to mail. Ricky Steamboat has been offered a contract. Oh yeah, we're trying to sign a few more producers, some really top end producers. So we wanted to offer Ricky Steamboat and Gail Kim, and they've both been offered a contract by New Japan and AEW. So I don't know how this works, because I can't see it, and then when we go to renew, it doesn't show. And because I'm not too worried about these two, in the sense of if they don't come, it's not the end of the world. I might see if I get another email in a day or two where it's like, hey, you want to improve it? But yeah, we made some money. Summary. Yep, we made some money. Nice. Let's progress together. See if we get any other news over the next coming days. And then we'll take a look at AEW Collision and any other shows that interest us before we start getting ready for main event and Monday Night Raw. 4 more emails. Madison Eagles has accepted our contract offer. Nice. She's got really good work. And then these 3 are going on tour or have a new agreement. Before we move on, let's just quickly check Bianca Belair. Yeah, so her pop is 80. So any segments below 80 aren't really going to help her. And then how high is Seth's then? Seth. 90. Wow. Okay. I mean, I haven't looked at any of these numbers. You would have thought I would have. But as I told you guys in episode 1, I'm not really concerned about if someone's listed as Jake Paul's in the game. KSI. Hold on a second. What? Jake Paul. Jake Paul is in the game. He's actually got some pretty good stats. And then KSI. What the hell? I mean, his entertainment is high as balls. He's got super star power. He's a wrestler. No, he's not. It's Jake Paul. That's ridiculous. Jake Paul, yeah, wrestler. Wow. Let's add Jake Paul to the shortlist. You never know. Cool. Let's continue on. We've still got... Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay. They didn't tell us that. So Ricky Steamboat has gone exclusive with New Japan. Interesting. And Gail Kim has gone exclusive with AEW. So maybe when that comes in, that's a way of telling us they've maybe been offered more money. I don't know. We'll see. But we're here at Monday, and I'm assuming there'll be no other news. I don't think I put any offers in for anyone else. And then the promotional war reports. This is AEW. So they got the cool factor, and they've got the wrestlers with the best skill. So their average of top 5 wrestlers. So their top 5 are better than our top 5. That's fine. I mean, they've got what? Okada, Omega, Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, and probably Takeshita. In terms of pure wrestling, yeah, they've got us there. But we've got everything else, apparently, except for cool factor, because we don't really do much violence. That's fine. And then New Japan, they've got better production. Oh, no, we're WWE here, sorry. So they've got cool factor again. And we've got the better wrestling skill as well. I mean, New Japan have lost Okada, Ospreay, Omega. So there is that. Cool. I think that's everything. So let's check the event histories. We are all the way down here now. So this was Sunday. So we are on Friday. I here we are, Friday. Anything else happen on Friday that we're interested in? I'm going to say no. But we do have Collision. So let's take a look at Collision. Opening angle involving these 3 studs. And then the Outrunners. Wow, they get the win over the Hounds of Hell. Okada beats Keith Lee. That would be an interesting match. Matt Jackson defeats Hook 1-on-1. Kyle O'Reilly and Joe and Swerve. Interesting. They have an MVP wrestle a lot. Again, the same match again. They've had this match 4 times now. Or at least these two face each other. And Monet has won all 4 times. What? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Isn't Tony their women's champion? So how is she losing the TBS title every week? And why is the game not penalising them? And then here we've got Kenny, Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Powerhouse Hobbs defeating Castle, Wardlow, and MJF in at 80. And then, of course, they're going to use Takeshita to get a great pop. He defeats Darby Allin in the main event. Cool. Did anything else happen on that day? MLW. New Japan Battle in the Valley. Let's take a quick look at that. Although I think we might stop looking at New Japan because they're really not impressing. A total rating of 70. Suji retains. Phantasmo retains. We'll ignore the angles. Despy retains. They run this back again. Like, they're just copying the same stuff. Caveman Ugg is just tag team with everyone. Naito wins. Of course, Naito does back-to-back matches because that's all he's ever done. Jake Lee defeats him, though, in at 88. Wow. Takeshita wins and retains his never open weight. Tanahashi continuing to lose every single event. And Goto is still the World Heavyweight Champion. I love Goto. And Shingo Takagi is the one that takes the loss. And I think that might be it for things to look at. Yes. Who's in progress nowadays? TK, cool. Tate Mayfairs. Tate Mayfairs. Love that. Simon Miller, the Proteus champion. LA Taylor. Lana Austin. Yep, nice. Axel Tischer. Ricky RKJ. You remember RKJ? We literally just built our own progress, didn't we? Yep, there we go. Rio. Cara Noir. So, what's going to happen when he loses? He's still going to have that as his picture. I might have to keep an eye on that and change it because that'll stress me out. But yeah, I think that is everything. This massive calendar of January where we see every event that happened. Cool. That is it for this week's Smackdown. We've got some contract expiries coming up. It'll be interesting to see if AEW 1 renew this and 2 make it exclusive. Might have to keep an eye on that. Although I'm not too fussed about losing Megan Bain. The ones that I kind of wanted to bring in, I've kind of done that already. And our NXT roster is ridiculously long. So I'm happy for that to kind of stay where it is. But yeah, Lizzie Evo, anyone here within that 30 days? It's funny, I say goodbye and then I stop. I might bring Zilla in just to have Zilla. That might be something. I don't really know who AJ Winkler is, so I don't think I'm going to be renewing his contract. Can you, like, set for release? You can't, can you? No. Oh, he's staff. Oh, okay. Oh, he's a road agent. Oh, I might sign him on then. Okay. But he's topless. That's confusing. And we've got a few contract renewals that we'll have to do in the next few days. Might do that in the next episode. Yeah, they'll be within 30 days. So yeah, we'll look to renew these 3 in the next episode. The same with Matt Bloom, we can renew now. Let's do another 3 years. Make offer. Yeah. Gabe, we don't really use you. So we're not gonna... What is he? Staff? Oh, he's a road agent. What's his agent? 73. No, we're good. Okay, that's it. Sorry. I get sidetracked. I can sit here for hours. That's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think in the next one, so main event and Raw, we're actually going to be getting some Royal Rumble match announcements. So yeah, very excited for that. Can't wait to book it. Can't wait to record it, which I'm probably going to do in the next 10 minutes. And yeah, thank you for watching as always. And I will see each and every one of you in the next one.